In last classes, we discussed about different steps in digestion process. Digestion in mouth, digestion in stomach, digestion in small intestine. Means already I told you two very important glands are associated with the small intestine and some intestinal glands. They are also associated with the small intestine. Okay. Okay, observe, for example, already I told you first type of gland. Actually, it is exocrine gland. That is here liver. What? Liver. Already I told you, liver is the largest gland. Largest gland in human body. It is largest gland in human body. Next, it is exocrine gland. What is exocrine gland? Exocrine gland means gland which have ducts, to release the enzymes or secretions. Enzymes are secretions into a particular organ. Into a particular observe carefully. They are called exocrine gland. Observe carefully. These are exocrine glands. Liver. Next, liver secretes one type of secretions. They are called bile juice. What? Bile juice. Are you understanding? Here, bile juice is secreted into the duodenum. Duodenum. You know very well that duodenum means it is the first It is the first part of small intestine. It is the first part of small intestine. Bile juice is secreted into the duodenum. When we observe the bile juice, it has no enzyme. Very important bit to remember. It has no enzyme. It has no enzymes. Next year, bile juice contains one type of pigment. They are bile pigment. They are bile pigment. Bilirubin, biliverdin. Bilirubin and biliverdin. These two are bile pigment. They are involved in emulsification process. What? Emulsification. What? Emulsification process. Okay. Observe. What is emulsification? Yes. Emulsification means process of conversion of fat into the process of conversion of fat into the fatty acids and glycerol is called emulsification. Understanding. In this emulsification process, bile pigments are used. Bile pigment, bilirubin and biliverdin. Pigments are used in this process. Actually, this process is taken place in duodenum. Duodenum. Okay. This is important one here. Digestion of fat. Digestion of fat. Understanding. This is about the liver. Next, second type of gland. Second type of gland, pancreas. What? Pancreas. It is associated with the small intestine. Maximum to duodenum. To duodenum. Here, this is your liver. Next is pancreas. duct of pancreas. Next, here when we observe the pancreas, it acts as two types of glands: exocrine gland next endocrine gland. Exocrine gland, endocrine gland. It has the duct. It has duct to release the secretions into the small intestine. Understanding? First, let us study about the exocrine gland activity of the pancreas. Pancreas acts as the exocrine gland and endocrine gland. Exocrine glands means they have ducts to release the secretions into a particular organ. Here, exocrine gland, it has the duct duct and secretions of pancreas. Secretions of pancreas. They are released into the they are released into small intestine. Through the duct. Through the duct. Understanding? Observe carefully. These pancreatic secretions have different types of enzymes. Okay. First, observe all these. When we observe the secretions of pancreas. There are different types of enzymes. Let us discuss about all those enzymes present in pancreatic secretions or pancreatic juice. Pancreatic secretions or pancreatic juice. Yes, pancreatic juice contains different types of enzymes. For example, pancreatic amylase, pancreatic amylase. What is the function of this pancreatic amylase? It acts on the carbohydrate. It acts on the carbohydrate and converts the carbohydrate into the maltose. Carbohydrates are broken down into maltose. Okay, this is important function of the amylase. Next, second type of enzyme. Second type of enzyme. You know very well that lipase. What is the function of the lipase? It acts on the fat, digests the fat molecules into the fatty acid, and glycerol. Fatty acids and glycerol. Observe. Next, trypsin. They act on the proteins and form amino acids. Here amino acids are not produced. Instead of amino acids, peptides. These are three types of enzymes present in pancreatic juice. Observe once. Next, third type of gland, intestinal gland. Intestinal gland. Observe in wall of the small intestine. In wall of the small intestine on type of glands are present. In the wall of the small intestine, on type of glands are present. They are called intestinal glands. They are called observe carefully. Next, enzymes present in this intestinal juices. Intestinal glands release two important types of enzymes. Peptidase. Peptidase. Next, sucrase. These are two very important enzymes present in intestinal juice. These are two important. What is the function of the peptidases? They break the peptide observe, break the peptides into the amino acids. Next, sucrase enzyme. Sugar, on type of sugar, sucrose. Sucrase into the glucose. Okay, observe one all. Next means observe carefully exocrine nature, endocrine nature now. Endocrine nature of pancreas. Here, when we observe the entire pancreas, we can observe some patches like structures. They are called islets of Langerhans. They are called islets of Langerhans. These islets of Langerhans secrete two types of hormones. First one, insulin. Second one, glucagon. Glucagon. What is the function of the insulin? It lowers the it lowers the blood sugar level or sugar present in the blood. Sugar present in the blood. Lowers the blood sugar level. Sugar level. Lowers the blood sugar level. Okay, observe carefully here. Next, glucagon means it converts the glycogen into glucose. Here, observe carefully here. Glycogen into glucose. Here, glucose into okay, this process is converted by the glucagon. What? Glucagon. Okay. Next, after digestion process in small intestine, this is small intestine, imagine. Here after digestion process, amino acids, glucose, fatty acids, and glycerol. Fatty acids and glycerol. Amino acids, glucose, fatty acids, glycerol. This type of simple food component, simple food components are formed after digestion in small intestine. Understanding? Here, another important one is in small intestine we can observe, for example, like this finger-like projection. Finger-like projections like this. Wall of the small intestine has the finger-like projections. These are called microvilli. These are called microvilli. Microvilli means infoldings of wall of small intestine. Wall of small intestine. What is the importance of this microvilli? What is the use of the microvilli? What is the use? They increase the surface area. They increase the surface area for absorption. For absorption. Okay. Increase area for the absorption of the digested food material. This is the use of the microvilli. Are understanding? Next, after digestion process, all the digested materials, all the digested materials are absorbed into the small intestine, are absorbed into the microvilli here. From the small intestine, digested food materials are absorbed into the villi. First into the villi. First from small intestine to microvilli. From the microvilli, digested materials are entered into the blood. Entered into the blood. Understanding? Along with the blood, they are transported to, along with blood, they are transported to each and every cell of the body. Each and every cells of the body. So what about the undigested materials? Undigested materials which are present in the small intestine, they are transported into the large intestine. they are transported into the large intestine. In large intestine, digestion process does not take place. Here, water which is present in the undigested food material is absorbed into the walls of the large intestine. Water is absorbed into the large intestine by forming the feces of the human being. This entire undigested material moves through the large intestine. Next, it is stored for some time in rectum. It is stored for some time in rectum. Whenever rectum becomes full, whenever rectum is filled with the undigested material, then undigested material feces is released out of the organism through last part of the alimentary canal, that is anus. At anus, we can observe two types of the sphincter. Inner sphincter, observe carefully. Two types of sphincters. Inner or internal sphincter. Internal sphincter. This internal sphincter, important one, it is involuntary. It is involuntary in nature. Next, lower one. Lower sphincter is voluntary. Voluntary sphincter. Whenever rectum becomes full, whenever pressure is created, whenever pressure is increased in rectum, here internal sphincter is opened automatically. Internal sphincter is opened automatically, but external sphincter does not open. It is not opened voluntarily. It is not opened involuntarily. Internal lower sphincter, it is the voluntary. It is voluntary one. It is voluntary. If we want to open the anus, then we have to open the voluntary lower or external sphincter. Like this, undigested material is released out of the body as dust or feces or dung. Understanding? As dung. In large intestine, main important process is absorption of water. Absorption of water and minerals. Absorption of water and minerals. Main here water. Main here water. Okay. You know, three parts are present. Colon. This is the rectum. First part is the cecum. First part is cecum.